What's up
Hello.
now?
Hi. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy
Happy New
New
Year. Happy
Year.
New Year. Happy New Year.
More,
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
more like Happy 2023, because then we got a lot of people online talk about the New Year ain't even until spring. But hey, I get it. I dig it.
All right. Sounds
Little by little,
logical. Happy
little by little.
2023.
Yeah, little by little, we're getting out of these things that, we were taught,
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago, back in, elementary, we were taught that Columbus discovered America and stuff. And then we did some research and he never even set foot on this damn soil.
Lies. Things we're leaving in
Right.
2022.
Thank you, leaving that stuff. So yes. Man. So episode 11, the Fine
Yee.
Wine Podcast,
In
22.
2023.
We are
Yee.
2023.
Yeah.
And it come Wednesday, the 4th, is my birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Oh man, it's crazy. Like about to be the 42. And
Yes.
it's a beautiful thing because I
Yes, it
feel
is.
great, I feel, I've definitely, well, let's see, 20 years ago, 22, that was probably like around the time when started on, my fitness journey and stuff. So I'll have to say that, I feel just as good as I did back when I was 22, you know?
Yes.
So, man, before we get into our 2022 in review, Azima, where can everyone find you?
Oh, you can find me at Azima, the only, Azima, the only, on TikTok and Instagram. And you can find me at OZIDI, Wellness and Fitness on YouTube. That's OZD Wellness and Fitness on YouTube and Facebook. And where can we find you, Jovani?
Oh, yes. So, you can find me on all platforms at Camp Jogo Fit. That's KampJogofit on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And people, if you could help us out and subscribe to our Winefine podcast on YouTube so that we could go live directly from there. And that way you could see our lovely faces and you don't have to we don't have to be how we are now. And I know I'm in a bonnet, so
I got a scarf on. I look almost the
I got a
same.
scarf on rather, not a bonnet.
Yeah. I look almost the same. I don't have the jewelry on. I don't have the black shirt on. I got a nice robe I got for Christmas from my daughter, my oldest daughter, and I'm feeling
And
very
that robe, oh
luxurious.
man, that robe looks so doggone comfortable.
Yes, I've been wearing all weekend.
I don't blame you. I wear it all weekend too.
Yeah. So
Okay, drinking this water real quick, but man, it's you know what I
it
mean
came on
I
us real
like
quick. I'm gonna
it
tell you
really
that.
did. Like I honestly don't feel like it's a new year, if that
No,
makes sense.
it felt like just another day. I just rolled over. That's how I feel like.
Yeah, that's a
I just rolled over. I'm like, oh,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
it's it's
that,
Sunday morning. Okay.
and that was another thing that made it weird. Like New Year's on a freaking Sunday. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
did appreciate this year?
What's that?
I guess there's not a. I guess there's just a lot of people that moved out of my cul-de-sac.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
Because
live on a
I
dead
didn't
end.
because I didn't hear as many gunshots as normally do. There was just a couple, and then that was it.
Are you talking about for the new year? Like nobody celebrated. That I realized too. I didn't hear no pop, 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 pop. I didn't hear fireworks. I didn't hear
Yeah,
nothing. I
I mean,
feel
I
like
heard
everybody feels
some.
the same way. Like, what is this? What is today?
Like, yeah, it's like, what are you wasting bullets for? Like, we need
Mm-hmm.
those.
Needed for the
You
zombie apocalypse.
yeah, for the zombie apocalypse. You don't know what, this. government got cooking up and everything. You know,
Nope.
I know myself. I came across, I know I was telling you about the channel Burrow on Roku, and man, I
Uh-huh.
was just binge watching that stuff. And these are like the whistleblowers of the entertainment industry, the government, all that, and
Mhm.
they was talking about Epstein and all them people and these sex cults, and I just was like binge watching that, and I just was like, man, I can't believe we've been duped all this long time by these freaking celebs and media and all that. But
Yeah.
it's crazy out here. So yeah, can't be what like people seriously got to stop wasting their bullets. I feel like as the years went on and on, I was hearing less and less bullets. Like when I
Uh-huh.
first, when I was living in Flatbush, probably years ago, and hear people doing it. I'm like, wow, like, and they was all night too. Like you just
Mhm.
kept hearing it, you know. But now it's like I just heard a couple, bop, 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 and then it was
Mhm.
done. So even still, I think I remember when like when Chris Rock said, make bullets $10,000, and you don't got to worry about people, wasting them.
Mhm.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, sounds logical.
Sounds like make them more expensive,
Yeah,
so people
nobody will spend waste another bullet, and people won't be able to afford it either.
exactly like wait a
Yeah, but
minute,
then.
this person shot you. You must have did something really stupid for them to shoot you. Because
Mhm.
bullets cost X amount to cost $10,000.
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah.
So this year in review was definitely an interesting year. We
Mhm.
definitely not we, but definitely in the news. There's been countless women, like the most recent woman that actually was getting traction now. 26-year-old mom of two dies from BBL. Now,
Yeah.
this happened actually in October 2021, but it made news headways, the last pretty much the end of December.
Yeah.
Uh, so, but the thing about it, this just goes to show, though, no matter where you go, there's always a possibility that complications can happen. You can have when having these surgeries, because she actually went to a place in Plantation, Florida,
Oh, okay.
and they was she was getting an augmentation and a BBL all at once, a two for one.
Mhm.
And but then we're reading the news story. A person that was not authorized to give anesthesia was the one that was giving her anesthesia.
Ah,
And then
anesthesia can really kill you.
oh yeah, and
Yeah.
she did not wake up after the surgery.
Mhm.
I don't know why people play games like that. Like as far as like especially like the medical field. Like why would
Because
you?
they don't think they're gonna get caught. They think they know what they're doing. Oh, I'm not qualified, but I know what I'm doing. And then they end up taking somebody's life.
And then
Yeah.
they probably look at the demographic too and just be like careless because they
Mhm.
already look at melanated women as strong and
Can handle
can
pain.
handle pain well. Back when the early practices of gynecology, they
Yeah.
didn't give melanated women anesthesia and all that stuff because they wanted to know how things went down. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that's a great segue into that's something that we ladies need to leave in 2022. That strong, independent woman bullshit.
Yeah.
No more. No more, ladies. No more, no more, no more.
Mhm.
It's getting us nowhere.
Yep.
Getting us
I t-
nowhere, but giving us yes, it is a lie. Like how come though it seems like they only like push for black women to be strong and independent. I don't hear no freaking talking about, oh, I'm a strong independent white woman. Oh, I'm a strong
Mhm.
independent Asian woman. or I'm a
No.
strong, independent Puerto Rican. I don't hear none of that. Nobody's saying that. There's always the narrative for our demographic. So
Mm-hmm.
we need to give them people back their narratives because it's truly impacting our health severely. So we
Well,
need to definitely
the strong independent is only because of survival mode.
fuck
You
that.
know.
Fuck survival mode. We are leaving survival mode in 2022.
Yeah, we need to be thriving.
Wait,
We
yeah,
need
we
to
need to be
get in
thriving.
thriving mode.
Yes, absolutely. We need to be thinking
Yes.
in terms of, not like, oh my God, I can't believe I got to spend this, but like, not thinking, we don't need to think like, oh my God, I can't afford this. Think in terms of like, how can I afford this? Or,
Mm-hmm.
how can I make this better? Not think of like, oh, I can't do that. So we taking those words out of our vocabulary and leaving it in 2022.
Yes.
Crazy thing that I totally, was totally unexpected today. So Memphis rapper of 3 6 Mafia, Gangsta Boo, they found her on her porch today at 4 p.m. dead.
Oh,
And I know it was, and she was so young, 43. A lot of people are
yeah.
dying way too young nowadays, man. So of course, the story hasn't, there's not much details yet, but I don't know. I don't know. For me, with all these like people that just be passing away in the music industry, I just
Yeah.
always suspect foul play, especially since the channel Burrow I've been watching these past couple of days.
Uh, everything is a
I
conspiracy.
was like, I'm sorry. I don't think none of these celebrities are dying from natural causes because
Yeah.
a lot, even a old record exec that doesn't even work in the industry anymore. Even he was saying, and he was he's not black or he's not
Mm-hmm.
melanated. He was saying that these record companies take insurance out on these rappers, and when they have no more use for them, it's
They get their
rockabye,
money
baby.
back.
It is
Try to
rock.
get their money.
Yes, rock or bye,
Yes.
baby. So rest in power, Gangsta Boo. I definitely,
Mm-hmm.
remember her back in my high school days, and at first I didn't like 3 6 Mafia, because I was like, what the heck is this? But if you want to hear that, if you hear this song, "Tell the Club Up" while you're doing some cardio or some weightlifting, it will get you right. You will definitely be in a strong position. You will definitely have that strength, that tenacity to be like, huh, I'm pushing the weights. Speaking of weights,
Do your
speaking
squats to
of
it.
speaking of weights,
Mm-hmm.
men, leave this ego lifting back in 2022. There's too many of y'all going live with the bench press and y'all almost dropping the daggone bar on your necks. Like, look,
Dropping
there
it
ain't no
right on the
muscles.
Adam's apple.
Right on the Adam's apple. There is not no muscles in your neck, so y'all need to stop that. Don't like if you're gonna lift, just lift a manageable weight. Or if you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna lift a little heavy, make sure you have a spotter. Like, come on, like and then they be having to turn a certain way. I seen a couple of them videos like that this year. The last one I seen was with a Caucasian guy. He was on the incline bench press, which lucky for him, he had more of an advantage than other guys that, be on the flat, the basic bench press. But
Uh-huh.
still, it can still be detrimental because he had to turn the bar a certain way. And looking at the bar, there really wasn't a lot of weight on there. He had a 45 plate, then he had a 25, he had a 45 plate on each side, a 25 plate on each side, and I think he had a 10 on each side as well. So it
Mm-hmm.
really wasn't, I'm not saying it wasn't that heavy, but it's like guys that I seen doing it previously, they had like more weight on there.
Okay.
So, I mean, moral of the story is stop ego lifting. It's just terrible.
Well,
It needs
definitely can get some injuries from doing that.
injuries. Shit, a little bit more than some injuries. Freaking death. It makes me think about, you know what? Actually makes me think about like years ago when I was in the gym, and I was just right in the bench press area. But the difference is this guy did have some spotters,
Yeah.
but the spotters wasn't there to like, they was there, but it's like one person was doing the whole filming, and then the other one was supposed to be spotting, but dude actually, he still kind of dropped the weight on him, and then when he was leaving the gym, he was holding his shoulder. So
Hmm.
yeah, this ego lifting been going on for a while, fellas. Like, y'all need to stop. There's nothing wrong with going on the Smith machine and, just putting weight little by little.
Yeah.
Make sure Make sure you're using your entire muscle. Don't focus on just pushing weight. See, that's the problem is you don't want to push weight. You want to get the full range of motion in that muscle to train that entire muscle. And not only that, fellas, make sure that you're not just focusing on lifting and focusing on your chest and not working your back muscles, because then what ends up happening, your back muscles are going to start to get weak, and then you're going to start looking like the humpback of Notre Dame. And
Yeah.
so we
It'll be an
so
imbalance.
yes, it will be. So balance out the chest and back muscle workouts so you don't look all hunched back like that. What else are we leaving in 2022? How about these fools that are wasting food and making food in the toilet?
I was waiting for you to say that. Yeah,
Man,
that needs to stop. It's just disgusting. And
I
why
remember
are people entertaining it by reposting it and showing it over and over again? Because that's what they're gonna keep on doing, more extravagant, stupid stuff in the toilet bowl, and then taking it from the toilet to the oven. It just doesn't make any sense.
I remember
It's
the
gross.
first videos I seen like this. It was these white girls that were they had ice cream sundaes in the damn toilet, and with a I was like, do y'all know that the fucking when somebody has diarrhea, that shit like splashes like under the rim, like
Mm, mm, mm,
like
mm.
y'all may have that little pan there to kind of like keep the food up, but it's like the germs like that, like I don't care how clean your toilet is, and that, if I don't know you for more than 15 years, I ain't eating from your house, or I ain't
Hmm.
eating your damn potluck. Cause the last video that I seen in 2022, the freaking fool was making some macaroni and cheese in the damn. He was mixing it in the toilet, and the headline was like, "Oh, she took over the kitchen, but I'm desperate to make this macaroni and cheese." Like it doesn't take a lot of room to mix up some macaroni and cheese,
Yeah, why choose the toilet before?
and just for some freaking views. So we gotta
Hmm.
stop making we truly gotta stop making these stupid people famous,
Hmm. That's right.
because they just, it's just at this point, I don't know what's up. Why does the algorithm support stupidity?
Because people are shocked to see it, and then they say, "Look at this foolishness. Would you look at this? Would you look at this?" And then they send it to somebody else who says the same thing, and it spreads. Hence the
You know
viral.
what? I know for
You
me,
know.
whenever I come across those type of videos, I don't even share them. I'll look at them, I'll save them as a reference for like, the show or whatever. But
Hmm.
I'm not sending that to nobody, because it's like it's kind of disgusting to look at too, like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. I'm
just
not sending it.
because we all know what goes on in the toilet, so it's like,
Yep.
why would you
You
want
have
to put food in there,
a
or
bad day of mud butt.
yeah, exactly. Like, ugh, splashing up. Like all that fucking pissing out your ass, like,
2022 is funny.
it really is.
I
Like
hope not to see repeats of it, but it was funny. All the stupid stuff.
then seen
Yeah.
another jerk off taking some thick ass steaks and putting in the toaster. Like, why would you do
Mm-mm.
that?
You know
Like, do
what
you
I would like to see done in 2022?
what's
You
that?
you talk about steaks. These women who are making these cooking shows, putting this food together with things that cook fast. Like they have like a whole wad of meat there that takes time
Mhm.
to cook, but they're putting it with things that don't take time to cook, and they put it in the oven, and it's like, oh, and they pull it out, and it's supposed to be delicious looking, supposedly according to them, and the meat is uncooked, it's not even close to cook, and they have other things around it like egg that's cooked or burnt because one cooks faster than the other, and they're trying to do all this, all at once thing, and they put in these big slices of butter and in the meal with it to, and it's supposed to be something delicious, and it's just gross. Like, why would you do that? Have you seen those
Oh,
things? I would like that to
I
stay in 2022. I'm done with
I
that.
haven't I haven't seen those, but I could definitely imagine because, you know, we know that typically when you're roasting meats and stuff, you're supposed to
Yes.
like roast the meat first, and then when it's halfway done, that's when you put the roasted vegetables in there and everything. Or if you are going to do that, you're supposed to put that on a lower temperature to
Hmm.
kind of cook slower instead of cooking faster.
Yeah. Well, horrible cooking advice. I don't know what they're doing, but I've seen those things, and it's always this lady, this black woman that is like commentating the
Yeah.
cooking of the what the people are doing, and it's like, oh, that looks good. Yeah, go ahead and put
Oh,
the
the
raw
one
egg
that
on us. Yeah, that lady.
the
But
statue,
those
like the
people need to
lady.
stop.
I
They're just
mean,
gross.
I guess they're helping her because she could do the commentary and everything. But
Hmm. They ain't
yeah,
doing
that
it
is,
for her though. That's for damn sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like that other that I remember seeing this TikTok girl. She was making she was making macaroni and cheese with those cheese balls, like using like the um basically pouring the milk in there and shaking it up and taking the juice, not really the juice, but the liquid, and making macaroni and cheese. Like, oh, this is so good. Like, yeah, right. Or
No.
like making a Twinkie pancake, Twinkie waffles. I'm like, that is
Mm-mm.
just entirely too much freaking sugar. Like, a freaking Twinkie, like a Twinkie is a dang service size, and you put in damn three on there. Like,
Mm-mm.
nah, couldn't be
Yeah.
me.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Ah, could not be me. So yeah, we definitely got to leave those people behind who lack cooking skills.
Yes.
This is one of the downsides of feminism because the
Are you
family
blaming it on
has been.
feminism?
Yes, I'm blaming it on feminism. I'm blaming it on feminism because it's like like it's slavery for me to cook and clean, and then it's like you know the mom out working, grandma watching the kids, grandma don't feel like cooking because she's tired, just throwing stuff in the microwave, fast stuff, fast food. Nobody
Mm.
has those basic, people barely have those basic cooking skills anymore. Um, and it's just really just getting to be sad, and we definitely need to move past that, and definitely okay, so with again, I won't say I'm blaming on feminism, but we
Mm-hmm.
also need to remember that ladies, there's nothing powerful about feminism. The reason why it was made is so that more of the population can be taxed.
Yes. That is the goal. More
That
people are
was the goal.
working, more taxes are consumed from
More
the
taxes, yes.
from the
They
citizen.
from the citizens, from the employees, from the W-2 workers,
Mm-hmm.
more taxes can be taken
Taxes,
out.
taxes.
So feminism was not for your empowerment. It was to be in the financial turmoil that many people are in now
Mm.
with all this inflation. So, oh, great advice, everyone. Do not buy a house right around now. Do not buy no cars, because if we're not buying this stuff, then they have no reason to up the price on things.
Yeah. It's bad enough they're doing it to food.
Yeah, that's probably about the only thing that we should be spending money on, because we need the food. Um, we also need to be making more meals that last longer too.
Mm-hmm.
So think about those big, when mama and grandma get out that big pot, you're gonna be eating from that pot for 3 days.
Yep.
Those type
Cast
of
iron
meals.
pot.
Exactly. Like
Mm-hmm.
me and my mom, we're gonna be making some pasteles. Those are some things that you can stretch and then put in the freezer, and then whenever you want to eat it, just throw it in the boiling water, and then it's done. So we do definitely need to be focusing more on making those type of meals.
Well, that's
Uh,
something for 2023. I don't think a lot of people will have the choice but to cook their own food, even though they want to eat out. It's going to cost them.
yeah, and that's another thing. People don't, people are complaining about the eating out prices too. See, I don't, you know what? The way how, like, I just been doing the math, how we love some oxtail, right? And
Yes.
the place that we could just go get it readily available is at a Jamaican restaurant.
Mm.
And, the large oxtail is like $22, depending on where you go. And, they give enough for, like, I guess 2 people. And it's just finding more financially responsible just to buy your own oxtail and make it yourself, because you figure, I seen a place yesterday, well, the other day, where the oxtail is $12.99 a pound. Let's just round it up to $13. You buy
Mm.
3 pounds, that's $36. And the upside about those 3 pounds of oxtail, y'all gonna be eating on it for a couple of days
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of spending $22 and only eating it on for one day.
Yeah. And then
So
not getting all the meat. You're paying
yeah,
$22. You're
and
getting
not
those little
only
pieces
that,
of meat. They're probably giving you
you
the
know,
tiny part of the bone.
I was getting a beef patty from this other Jamaican restaurant that I really don't go to, but I needed something to eat so bad, because
Mm.
I had took my mom to the store. Went to go get a beef patty. I look at the doggone sign. These people got a sign up saying that they charging 25 cents extra per spoon if you want extra gravy.
Wow. Gravy
Yes,
per spoon. That's horrible.
gravy. Like,
Gravy is awesome.
you charging
Mm.
people extra for oil and flour, because that's
Mm.
ultimately what gravy is, and then the spices. So 2023, becoming more financially responsible people, making more meals that stretch, cooking your own food opposed to going for these restaurants. Because remember, also, these restaurants, we can't get mad at what they're charging, because, again, they are providing a service. So
Mm.
that's where them
Yeah.
extra fees come in. So it's up to us to get up off our lazy butts and cook the food ourselves, and it'll be much more satisfying that way. What energy you put in inside the food, the quality of the meat that you put in inside there. You can cater the smell to your liking. So,
Mm-hmm.
we definitely have to, make sure that we're just being more smarter with our funds. Um,
Mm.
some more stuff we need to leave in 2022.
Are we leaving any people in 2022?
Man, let's leave them. Who you want to leave?
I want to leave Will Smith there.
Oh God, yes. He that I didn't even wait, like, I don't even remember the name of this new project that he's on. All I know, I just seen the preview of it, and he just so don't look like he's happy about that role. You know, like on
Mm-hmm.
I Am Legend and Independence Day, and he just was. When you see the previews for the role, you could just see it in his eyes that this is him. He's the hero and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
that last project he did, he looked like he was forced to do that foolishness.
He had to pay back what he
Yeah, he
messed
had
up.
to pay back
Like,
for that
look, you.
smack.
Mm-hmm. The smack
Yeah.
heard all around the world.
Leave my wife's name out your damn mouth.
Yeah, that set him back so far. Like the only role he could get was what he got. And that didn't do good at all. Nah. I
It
just
just
need him
looked
to,
terrible.
yeah, need him to just lay low, stay in 2022, recuperate, come back in 2024.
Yeah. So
I
that's how
guarantee
it
you
is,
I'll kind
man.
of forget. I'm a
Yeah, as we
forgiving
should.
person. Hmm.
Who else
Everybody
should?
else can repair, get fixed. You know, I
Nah,
who
yeah,
else?
yeah. Who else should we just ignore in 2023?
Well, I don't know if we have any choice now, but leave Andrew Tate and toxic masculinity in 2022 because he got himself scooped up in Romania for
Sex
how do
trafficking.
you even get himself like how you do something and expose yourself at the same time? It don't make any
Well,
sense.
here's the
The
thing.
devil is a
Um,
lie.
I know for one thing's for him. Again, just like with Kevin Samuels, there are some things that I did agree with both of them on.
Mm-hmm.
Like that makes sense or whatever. But I just knew something was off with him, because I know like let's just say Kevin Samuels, for instance. I did watch a couple of his lives and stuff, but when I seen the amount of freaking Red Bulls he was drinking, I was like, why are people taking this dude seriously? He's fucking speeding up his death here with all them damn, he's hurting his heart with all these Red Bulls, especially since he was older too. I think he was like what in his 50s or something. I don't remember,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't be doing stuff like that. Drinking Red Bulls, like and drinking a bunch of them too every day.
Yeah.
Um, I believe I think I've seen Andrew Tate too talking about drinking a bunch of caffeine. But
Well, that wasn't his problem.
no, that wasn't his problem. But I did
No.
know something was off with him. He just was too like I don't I don't know. For me, like I know way back when I wanted to make a shirt talk about I find toxic masculinity sexy because I know you want to leave it, but I feel like on the other side of the coin, I feel like that was also a term made by people. Sort of like conspiracy theorists, how like the government, CIA made that term conspiracy theorists, so we could like look away from them
Uh-huh.
and think, oh, they're conspiracy theorists, haha, let's not listen to them. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they pretty much coined the same thing with toxic masculinity. I do agree that we do need some more masculinity in this world. um, as far as maybe their delivery is toxic. um, but hey, I don't know. I mean, he definitely made some interesting points and everything. I know one video, the last video I seen of him, he was talking about how, as a man, when you grow older, your value becomes more, but when you're a woman, your value becomes less and less. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I could see where he was coming from with his points, but then a lot of people have been pretty much spewing the same points. Pretty much saying that women are leftovers after the age of 25, 27. Because China apparently feel the same way too.
Mm-hmm. I
And
mean, he ain't saying anything new. That's why.
yeah,
But
they're just basically spewing the same points over and over and over again.
yeah,
I mean,
I
I
mean, like
understand.
he's not. The reason why the toxic masculinity need to stay with him is because the way he talks about his own close circle. He talks about the women in his life, and he doesn't talk positively about them.
Anything
So,
specific he said?
well, I know he talks about because he has acquired so many women, and
Oh,
when
so he
they
really was a
complain that
pimp.
they don't get, yeah, so he talks to them as acquisitions. He doesn't talk about like he cares, or and no one likes to be spoke of in that manner, and I think that's a little toxic in any relationship. If you're gonna have a woman and have multiple women, then you need to treat them all and take care of them all and love them all. But it doesn't seem like he was doing that, which I think
And
is a
then
little toxic.
what's
And then to
interesting
talk
about
negatively
that,
about them.
no, what I find interesting about that, because then I seen another video of him where he's like, "Oh, if it's your lady, and there's nothing wrong with spending the bag on her." He didn't. That wasn't his choice of words, but he was like, "There's nothing wrong with spending money on lavish dates and everything."
Hmm.
So, he's like on both sides of the coin. So
Contradicting.
yeah, I guess yeah, you could call it a walking contradictory.
I mean, and now we find him to be a sex trafficker, so he's severely a walking contradiction. So you know,
Oh
so
God, that shit was hilarious because it was like I was like, what? Andrew Tate, is this for real? Like he got caught for like sex trafficking?
honestly,
Like,
when I found out, it didn't shock me. I was like, oh, okay, that explains everything.
well, I mean, it didn't shock me either because I knew something was off with him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely off. I'm like, where he
Somebody
getting
that,
all this money from? Where he come from? What the hell is this?
yeah, because he's supposed to be like a billionaire and
How?
everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he had he has a course that people can pay $49 a month for them
Learn
to
how to be a
teach him.
man.
Well, no, for him to teach them how to make money and stuff. So he has that avenue. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess that, he's making most of the money off of maybe the sex trafficking. We're just talking shit, people. I don't know. But
Hustler University. Yes.
yeah, Hustler University. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times we just got to be careful of these people that we kind of looking up to, because
Mm-hmm.
people got their skeletons and everything. We can't be like, oh, well, Andrew Tate said, and oh, Kevin Samuel said, but like, who are these people? These your daddy or something?
Yeah, that's a little strange.
Yeah, because
Yeah. So
well, honestly, there's no women out there that we could be like, well, such and such said, and even if she
there's
didn't say,
women out there. There's women out there, but women don't do that. We don't. I don't know. We
we
don't be
don't.
hanging on to each other's words like that.
Sort of like Candace Owens. Like
Yeah.
this, yeah, there's some things I agree with her on, but then there's other things like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Like, shut up. But
Yeah.
yeah, like, sometimes I'm like I agree with her when she, talks about the whole what do I agree with her on? I don't know.
I can't remember
There's
anything I agree with
I
her
can't
on.
remember,
I'm
but
just
there
like
was
I'm hoping she don't get herself hurt. I worry about her safety
I don't think
because
she's gonna
people are
get herself
crazy.
hurt because she's being pushed out there by the white media.
Hmm.
Not her verbiage, her choice, her advice is not
Choice of
coming from,
words, yes,
yeah, it's not coming
yes.
from a place
A
of
black
empowerment of
perspective.
black people or
No,
empowerment of melanated people. It's not coming from that aspect. So
that's another person we need to keep in 2022. Candace Owens, because she ain't
yeah.
helping nobody. I feel like
Yeah.
she's just fueling the fire to
She's just
prove.
there. She's just one of those
Yeah.
things where they just gonna have her there until use her until they can't use her no more. Sort of like what they
No,
do with a lot of the people in the media.
they're
They
doing what with Kanye West right now.
yeah, they
Hmm.
used him until they couldn't, use him, and he started saying what he was saying about Balenciaga and everything, and then all of a sudden, people want to cancel him and everything. So
Hmm. Yeah, but I say leave him in 2022. I think they just need a year to recuperate. I don't know about Candace Owens. I think we need to just drop her off. But the
I,
Will
I
Smith and Kanye West, I think they needed a year to think, and hopefully that's what they do. But sometimes people, when they get that year to think, it's mostly they're brewing, they're angry, and then they come out with more crazy shit throughout the year.
I honestly think we should just leave all celebrities in like 2022 because they're put there as puppets as well. You know, just circling back to the Burrow channel I've been watching on Roku. You know, they're
Mm-hmm.
there to push an agenda. And I swear, ever since watching those so-called conspiracy theorist documentaries, I honestly don't look at these celebrities the same. You know,
But that's what TV is, an agenda. TV is
yeah,
something that is to keep, to direct people in a way of thinking. I think if you look up the what's that word, when the patent of a TV, it
mm,
tells all the things that the TV is supposed to do. Is the
hey,
goal is to change minds, to
let's
control
break.
the direction of thinking.
But hey, let's break down the whole word TV itself. Tell lies visually.
Say that again.
Tell lies visually.
Tell lies visually. Yeah.
Tell live vision.
So yeah, I think and I feel like famous people are coming to those conclusions that no one cares about them, and the 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 celebrity is gone.
You know, I appreciate those celebrities that, you know, we called back then one hit wonders or be like, ha ha, what happened to them that they couldn't, you know, make it in industry. One person I will think about like that is probably like A. Marie. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, she had her songs or whatever, but then, you know, a couple years ago, she has a YouTube channel where she talks about books and everything. And I was like, that's pretty dope. I like that. Where
Mm-hmm.
she's talking about books that she's reading and everything. And that's pretty dope. And I'm glad that she didn't get swallowed up in the industry like most people.
What about Maya?
Oh, yes. I'm glad she didn't get swallowed up either because I remember watching her interviews where she was literally talking about that they'd be like, hey, you know, you could get more money if you do this, or, you know, and then she would just be like to them, hey, fuck you. So, you know, we need more people like that in the world
I
that,
think a lot of people are like that, and that's the reason why they are one hit wonders. They did what they had to do, make their money and leave.
or that,
And
mm-hmm.
they weren't trying to go towards fame and everybody know their name and their face and everything like that, pursuing youth and doing all these crazy things to stay young. They accepted they're human and they need their privacy, and selling their soul was not worth it.
I know one thing. The music artists, they're on a different level of slavery, you know, because if you, you know, a lot of times they'll talk about the contracts that they have and the wording in that contracts, basically the only way they could really make money is off shows and everything. So here they have to slave and
Work,
go
work,
to
work,
this
work,
city,
work, work.
they go to this city, then that city, and you know that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty tiring to be changing time zones and stuff like that. People don't
Mm-hmm.
think about that stuff because I know times when I used to go to like Cali and everything and be back on the East Coast and then have to work. That jet lag is serious. So just imagine if you're out there, you're actually like performing in these
Mm-hmm.
different cities.
Yeah.
You
I
know, because I
remember
know
I
a
went
lot.
on a cruise, came back, went directly to work, and I had like a shooting pain in the back of my head down to my shoulder. I kept on twitching on the
Oh
job, and it was
no!
like, "Oh, you gotta leave. You gotta go get that checked out."
Oh damn!
Doctors gave me a muscle relaxer because that's how stressed it was to go from relaxed to high energy. Yeah.
Oh no, definitely don't do
Hmm.
that again. No, you
Nope.
got to still give yourself a couple days when you're coming back off vacation and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I
So,
can't imagine what they're going through when they're
so,
traveling.
some other stuff we got to leave in 2022. Them, you know, so them gender wars. We definitely encourage people to stop getting into this whole
Tit
uh
for tat.
tit for tat, these 50-50 conversations, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just tiring to hear people talk about that over and over again. Like, if we're together and we're
Mm-hmm.
working together, things happen. There
Mm-hmm.
may be some times where one person doesn't feel like cooking, but the other one may feel like cooking. We should never put like that role saying, okay, only this gender can cook. So
Yeah,
it's just getting too much. Um,
it certainly is.
from my TikTok video, those freaking umbrella edges, like oh my god, we really like, oh, why are y'all doing edges like this? Who told y'all this was a good idea? Like, come on. I can't take it no more. Like just
It,
put them back or something. You don't have
I
like
I don't have a problem with the edges. It's just the thickness of it. Like the it doesn't have to be like a full head of hair curved, like swooped down. It's just like, like a little bit, like, little a
they're
little
like mini
bit.
bangs.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, they're literally gelling
They're
the bang, the what should be a
designer
bang.
bangs.
Yeah, they're gelling it down. It's just too much hair. The thickness of it needs to thin out a little. That's the way I think.
Yeah,
That's
I could
all.
see that.
Then
Or
a
maybe,
little
yeah, maybe
thinner.
maybe that will help.
Yeah, not so full. It's just a full head of hair gelled into baby hair, and baby hair is supposed to be baby hair, not hair gelled.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. Baby hair.
Yeah,
So it's supposed to be very fine and
yeah, yeah.
everything. So
Because I honestly, I love it. I just, just scale it back a little, thin it out, and it will be cool. It will be cooler. Yeah.
yeah. It kind of give it away that you're wearing a full frontal wig when it's like you have the edges like that, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
I
And nobody,
actually, I appreciate the baby hairs that are not gelled down. Like, they curl it and it's just a little loose. I like that.
okay, I could dig that.
Yeah.
So, another
Loose
thing,
baby hairs 2023.
yes. So this is probably, the funniest one thus far. Well, we definitely need to in
There was a lot of it.
2000. No, but this one, these fights with the Popeyes and Waffle House workers. But the most memorable fight had to been the Waffle House lady who they threw a chair at, but she freaking blocked that chair like she in the WWE. Like when they slow it down and show how she like did the dismount, it was like art. It was like she was
Mm-hmm.
like Bruce Lee, the way how she did it. Like she like reverted the energy. Like they threw the chair and she just it's like she's seen the chair coming in slow-mo and just hit it
Mm-hmm.
out the way.
Yes. She did a full Wolverine on it, knocked it out like she had claws, just prepared to block it. You know,
Yeah.
it
It's
just it was,
almost
she was
like
in full fight mode. That was interesting the way she did that. I thought that was pretty cool.
and it's so funny, like the time like I haven't been to Waffle House in a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I really don't go to Waffle House when they have those, late like that. I can't remember the last time I've been out late. But yeah, it's just like for one like my thing is like I mean I just never been the person to catch an attitude with somebody who's bringing me my food or drink.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want. Is somebody being that upset with you that they are controlling what you might digest when you get
Yeah.
it.
And then not to mention, they could do and then y'all fighting with them?
Mm-hmm.
Like you trying to go over the counter and slipping and busting your ass, trying to fight them, like, and for what?
Yep.
Like y'all gonna go to freaking jail. Y'all gonna get arrested for doing that. And then if somebody get hurt by throwing a dang chair, like I don't know what's wrong with people. They just not thinking anymore. Oh
Me
yeah, that's another thing we need to leave. Those people that are hitting each other with their cars and stuff whenever they,
They
series
get
of
into
road rage.
fights. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. This is a very stressful time, and 2023 people, we definitely need to find a way to be stress less, to be
I think people
peaceful.
need to leave people alone, whether it's in a restaurant, in a car. Just need to leave people alone. You know, you're getting upset over your sauces, and you didn't get your sauces, and you didn't get this and that, and you want to flip a table, you want to go behind the counter and start fucking up shit. These people work there. They don't own the place. They don't care if you're damaging the property. It means nothing to them.
Yeah, but if you try to come at them and try to fight them, then that's another thing. Sort of like the girls, and I'm noticing there's a lot more women that you be seeing in these fights too, very aggressive and everything. Not that, I haven't been in, I mean, I haven't been in a fight in years, but
Mm-hmm.
there's just a time and place for everything, like especially that whole Popeyes situation where the girl threw something at the worker and then all the girl workers came out and just jumped on her.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like, why are y'all so doggone aggressive? Where is like all this doggone aggression coming from?
The food.
I I know maybe it's this whole independent woman thing, this whole strong woman. I am a strong woman. I am invincible. No. We need to get out this whole survival mode shit, people.
Mm-hmm.
Stop fighting. Like, we need to start being able to talk things out or just think in turn. But then again, if you're eating in those places, you probably not think a rational thing in person.
Yeah. The last time I got into a fight was when I was pregnant with my oldest daughter.
How? What? Ay, ay.
I was on the 2-3 train, um, down from the place where we used to live,
Ah,
and I was boarding the train, and somebody had a BB gun, and he was pointing it at people, and he pointed it at me. So I grabbed the gun out of his hand, and I beat the shit out of him. His friends had to pull him off. He was like, "Why are you fighting a woman? She pregnant. She pregnant." They pulled
well,
me off him. It was just my hormones, I guess. But
well, in that case, you were pretty much the lioness that were protecting her cubs. So,
yeah, yeah, that's the way I would like to look at it.
but yeah, but
Last
these
time.
people, they're getting irritated off of having to pay 25 cents for extra sauce or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. So yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
definitely got to get out this whole aggression. It's just
yeah.
not worth it.
That's
Like
why I'm saying it could be the food. The food is creating the aggression. You're eating these meats with the hormones on it on a daily basis, looking for your favorite sauces. When you got favorites and you coming back for more, that should take over your brain.
And not only that, like anger, the emotion of anger, like in Chinese medicine, Eastern medicine, anger
Mm-hmm.
really impacts the liver.
Mm.
So if it's impact, you know how our liver is so important. I mean, all of our organs are important, but our liver, we need our liver,
Mm-hmm.
So, when you're angry, that impacts the liver. When you're experiencing grief, that impacts the lungs. When you
Mm-hmm.
have fear, that impacts the kidneys.
Mm.
So, we just, all these like negative emotions that we just really need to be mindful of it. So, but I guess that's what, Western medicine wants. They want you to have these emotions and feel this way
So they can
so that,
medicate you.
yeah. So,
Mm-hmm. I say the
so
goal for 2023 is to control yourself,
yes.
not for them, but for you
But
and your
yeah, for
health.
you. Yeah, for you and your health, and just to think in terms of like, how will this impact me
Mm-hmm.
if I
That's
make
my
this
goal.
choice?
More
Yeah,
control over myself.
because yeah, I know a lot of times I find myself, whenever like I'm was driving or just things like that, I'm like, look, is this worth it? I'm not even gonna put my energy into this. Sort of like if I see certain posts on social media, like I'll just scroll past. I know
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple times where I may have made comments on things and there were people that came out the woodwork and be like, why would you say that? Like, for example, I don't know if you're familiar with this goofball by the name of Umar Johnson,
Yes, I'm
but
familiar with him.
okay,
I'm
so
learning and learning more each day about him. Honestly, I've been seeing him a lot more, and he's saying a lot of stuff. Um, that is interesting. It's just that the people who talk about him, they were saying he has nothing to show for what he talks about, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Well,
And
oh yes, absolutely. Listen, he's on my Facebook list,
mm-hmm,
and I've been following him for like probably like a good little over 10 years now. So just a little crash course on him. He's supposed to be putting together a school for boys, African centered art, that type of school and everything. And he's took
mm-hmm,
a lot of donations and everything. But one thing he does a lot of is run his mouth and everything. So he was run like there was somebody made a video of him running his mouth about I believe it was the Kyrie Irving situation, one of those trending topics or whatever.
mm-hmm,
And I was just being funny in the comments, just like any other person who feels the same way like me, who is thinking critically about what he's doing and not under his little spell of, oh my God, we got to support this black man because he's for us. No, he's a hustler. But anyway,
mm-hmm.
so I said in the comment, where's the school? And then somebody came on there talking about hush. If you can't stay on the subject, just blah blah blah. I was like, I could say, and then my comment was like, I could say whatever I want. If you don't like my comment, just scroll. It'll be more peaceful that way. And then she ain't say nothing else, but but that's me. If I see
Yeah.
somebody making comments like that and I don't agree with them, I just scroll past. I don't even say nothing to them. But then you got these people out here when you make comments and this shit is the truth. Like, nigga, where's the school? Like, you run your mouth all this long time. Like, you still got that mold problem in the school, the rat problem in the school. Like, cut it out. So
That's what I'm talking
moving
about.
forward,
A lot
moving
of
forward
people
for
are concerned about that. That's all I'm
yeah.
saying.
So moving over in 2023, we got to make sure that our actions are matching our words.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. Wow, look at that. We got three
Mm-hmm.
more minutes. I'm loving this. So we definitely got some good uh words in here, some good feedback. We want to make sure that we are taking care of our health, people. Even if you didn't do so in 2022, we want to make sure that we are taking care of our health in 2023. We want to make sure that we are thinking mindfully. We're not ego lifting. Ladies, let's stop doing these BBLs
Mm-hmm.
because even if you're not going to the DR, you can very well be impacted in places like Plantation, Florida, where they have people who are not qualified to give you anesthesia, giving you anesthesia and probably putting it in the wrong place or giving you too much, and then you're not
Mm-hmm.
waking up.
Yeah.
Let's stop making these people famous who are wasting food and putting food in the damn toilet just to go viral and undercooking food or doing bad cooking techniques.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
cut it
gonna just
out.
swipe past it. I'm not even gonna stop on those anymore because
Yeah, yeah,
it's just ridiculous, and it really ruins my eating abilities after seeing it happen.
yeah. It makes me not even want to eat macaroni and cheese after seeing that one. But anyway,
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
um. So what else? We want to make sure we leaving them gender wars alone. We're not even getting in them conversations no more.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Absolutely not. No more of those.
No.
Um. We want to make our edges look realistic. Realistic, not
Yes.
mini bangs. We're not doing mini bangs. We're doing realistic edges with a little bit
Just
of hair.
yeah, just soft edges. Soft edges.
Yes.
Not too full. Yes. Toxic masculinity.
Let's see. Toxic masculinity. Like, look, stop being so opinionated about stuff. Make sure, like, if you're gonna be out there in social media, make sure you got your T's and your I's, dotted.
Yeah,
T's
before
crossed,
you
your
say
I's
something.
dotted before you out here talking shit and then talk, telling yourself no more
Mm-hmm.
sex trafficking people. Like, I know that prostitution has been around since the beginning of time, Let's stop doing these people. Let's
I
stop
said
sex
that's one of the epitomes of toxic masculinity is sex trafficking and taking a woman's
trafficking.
money that she worked hard for.
And you know the
you
part of
know?
the thing about it, when they had brothels and everything back in the day, and they had a madam, it seems like the everything was much better.
Well,
You know,
they had a place to live.
they had a place to live. They had
Mm-hmm.
guidance. They
Mm-hmm.
was taught to put their money away, and so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
But
but
start your
man,
own brothel, get your own group of
yeah.
ladies to work together.
But then, the men look at it, be like, man, look how many women I could get. This man I'm making all this money, and so
Yeah.
yeah, no more sex trafficking, people. It's
No.
not worth it no more. But anyway, it is the 9 o'clock on the dot. Azima, where can everyone find you?
You can find me at Azima the Only, Azima the Only on TikTok and Instagram. You can find me at Ozidi Wellness and Fitness. That's Ozidi Wellness and Fitness on Facebook and YouTube. And where can we find you, Joe?
Yeah. So yeah, same handle, all platforms. Camp Jogo Fit, KampJogofit on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and IG. Help us out, people, and subscribe to our Wine Fine podcast on YouTube so that we could be able to go live from there. We'll be uploading these episodes up on YouTube so you could essentially hear them later. We love this stereo app; it is definitely on and popping. And this was
Mm-hmm.
great. Looking great. Happy way to start off the new year. My birthday's Wednesday. I can't wait.
Okay. Can't wait to
All right. So you have a good night. I'm
have a
so
good night.
grateful we were able to do this. And peace out, everyone.
All right. Have a happy new year.
I will.
Bye.